Hello, and welcome to Songs for the Struggling Artist, the blogcast. My name is Emily Rainbow Davis. Thank you for listening. How are you doing? I'm great. Just kidding. I'm not great. But I'm here with you, and I am happy to be talking with you and to have you listening, and that we are all still here, regardless. Okay, so in case you've stumbled upon this and it's not in order and you don't know, the election was last week is what I'm responding to. And I will not cry in the podcast. I will not cry. I will not. So I am going to read for you. I'm skipping ahead. I was next in order is the one about playwriting, which I'm just not in the mood for somehow. So I'm going to do that one next week. And I actually just really wanted to sing the song that I have for this one this week. And I thought this might be less timely next week than it is this week. So I'm going to, it's my blog. I can do what I want. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so I'm going to read this one to you in a moment. Just to give you a little context, I wrote this one a day or two after I voted, which was a week before the election. I think I posted it 2 days before the election or the day before the election or something like that. So this was in a moment where I hoped that things might be different. And it was a response to some stuff I saw at my polling place, which again was early voting, a week before. And I think that's it. So it is called, "What Can I Say to Keep You from Putting Your Finger in That Socket?" As I rounded the block of my polling place, I saw a couple bent over one of the "Vote Here" arrows on the sidewalk, filming a video. They were wrapping up, saying something about saving our country. Then they noticed me. I haven't been able to stop thinking about the look they gave me when they looked up and saw me approaching. It was a kind of chagrin, I think, but also a lot like the look a child will give you when you catch them doing something you've expressly told them not to do. "No hitting," you've said, and then you round the corner and they give you this look. You know what they were doing. Based solely on this look I received, I assumed those two had just voted for Trump, and it made me wonder, do they know they're being assholes? Is that why they look so guilty? Do they know they're doing a destructive thing, and is that maybe why they're doing it? Now, gratefully, here in New York City, their votes will ultimately make no difference, particularly in our district, which is one of the most progressive in the country. But it does make me wonder about all those out there who might be making a destructive choice in places that can really do some damage. I think about all the people out there trying to convert Trump voters over to sway them from their commitment to destruction. They're trying to talk about the issues, lean into hopeful possibilities, remind them of ills and crimes committed by the man and his former administration. I've seen people make heartfelt pleas for their health, their bodily autonomy, the well-being of their friends and family. I cannot imagine reading such things and voting for Trump anyway. As Hannah Arendt said, the death of human empathy is one of the earliest and most telling signs of a culture about to fall into barbarism. This makes me wonder if we need a different approach for those who are voting for Trump because they know it's the destructive thing to do. How do you reason with a child who wants to put his finger in an electrical socket just because he knows it's bad? The only thing I can think to do is to child-proof your house and get some safeguards in place. I think Trump voters know they're hurting a lot of vulnerable people with their choice, and they're giggling while they do it. They're saving this country from women, from immigrants, from anyone who isn't white, from trans people, from the dreaded DEI. They're becoming quite explicit about it. Holding a rally at Madison Square Garden on the anniversary of the 1939 Nazi rally there really is not an accident. Getting into Nazi rhetoric is like fun for them. Acting like Nazis is naughty territory. Tee-hee, look at us, putting our fingers in the sockets. We think it's fun to tell racist jokes, to denigrate women, to threaten violence against our fellow countrymen. When people get mad about it, we really enjoy it. I heard that a lot of these folks prefer to be on Twitter as opposed to the right-centered Truth Social, because Truth Social is no fun for them without liberals to troll. They can't hang out on their own because there's no way to own the libs. The trolling is the point, I guess. This makes me think about something I witnessed on the day Joe Biden was elected in 2020. It was this young man stalking through the spontaneous celebrations on the street, shouting, "Suck my dick!" It made me realize the GOP had essentially become the suck my dick party. And I wrote about that then. It was one of my more popular blogs in 2020. It seemed to explain a few things to a lot of us. And now, a couple of days ago, Trump himself mimed this very action at a rally. The suck my dick party has become much more literal than I could even imagine 4 years ago. So it's still the suck my dick party, but now I can see that there is this additional shade of childish glee at putting one's finger in a socket. Is it voting to troll? I don't know. And I don't know how we help prevent people from putting their fingers in the socket. But the consequences, if too many people do, will be disastrous, beyond measure. Women are already dying in Texas, Florida, and Alabama because of the terrible effects of the loss of Roe v. Wade. We've lost too much ground on the climate crisis. We've only just clawed our way out of the economic crisis brought on by the Trump administration. People are ringing the alarm bells loudly because if we get another Trump administration, all the guardrails will be off. We're going to lose all the childproofing we had in this house, and it won't just be the fiendish children who get shocked. Now, it's entirely possible that I have entirely misread this couple's look at me. Maybe they were talking about saving the country from fascism by voting for Harris. Maybe they just looked chagrined because I caught them filming a TikTok when they were much older than your average TikToker. I have no way of knowing for sure. But I had a feeling. And I expect that they had a feeling about me, too. And our feelings were probably at odds with one another. I thought they were going to save the country by sticking their fingers in an electrical socket. And I think they thought I wouldn't approve. And they were right. So I was already planning on doing this one for the last couple of days. I was thinking, I'll just switch the order. And then as I sat down to get organized to record, I saw that I had a comment on the blog that I put out last night, which is kind of my first post-election blog. And wow. You probably won't see it because I don't think I'm going to approve it. Since it's on the blog, I have the ability to approve or not approve comments. And I think I will not approve this one because it is a troller. It is a troll. Wow. I mean, I think he thinks he's being thoughtful, but it is wow. So it doesn't negate this particular point of view I have in any way, because wow, is it a jerky response? I'm trying to figure out what to do about it, because this guy now follows my blog, which means he's going to read every single one, and there's going to be a lot of these coming up. And I don't know. I don't know whether to I don't even know if there's a way to block on WordPress. I'm going to explore that. But also, like, my brother posted this comment that someone put, I think in the Atlantic somewhere, about like how in talking with Trump supporters, their main thing was basically what I'm talking about here, is that there's like a kind of a implied like sticking it to you kind of thing underneath it all. And then, which is like, yeah, I was right. Ha ha. Great. It's great to be right about awful things. But the other thing that this comment said was like, if they're reaching out to you, they're trying, they're really bad at it. So try and make space for listening to them, or like keeping your arms open, because like there's something they're already feeling alienated, which is why they decided to vote like this, etc. Anyway, I don't know about any of that, but I am thinking about it. Like, this person read my blog, so he's listening. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, that's what's going on over here. We're gonna see what happens from here. Obviously, everybody was like, yeah, let's put our fingers in the sockets. This is great. Let's do it. Woo. Not everybody. Not everybody. Let me just say that. Not everybody. So what song? Well, I've already done Shock the Monkey. So I'm not doing Shock the Monkey again. And then I thought, I really fell in love with this Houston, We've Got a Problem song a few weeks ago. And I thought, is this the moment to pull that out? And I think it is, actually. And I've been thinking about it in a lot of different ways. As you'll hear, the song is really about a man missing his loved one. The problem that he has with Houston is that his love is not there. And I I thought, Texas voted for Trump, but Houston went for Harris. I looked up and found out. So Houston itself is this blue dot in a red state, and they have a problem, as we all do. And also the thing in Texas is like their laws are so messed up for women right now. Like, women are just like they're dying in the parking lot because they can't get health care. Like, if they're like having a miscarriage or anything that is like even close to abortion, doctors won't perform any care until it's like too late sometimes. So women are literally dying. And I thought, what if in this song, instead of this lady just not being in Houston, which, is sad, what if she's like actually in the hospital because she's in Houston? And all the doctors there are so scared off by the abortion restrictions there that they are not giving her proper care. So that's what I'm thinking about while I'm singing this song. But it's not. I'm sure it's not really about that. And I was thinking, this is like a big country guy. I'm sure he wouldn't have this. He wouldn't like this interpretation of his song or whatever. And then I discovered actually who Luke Combs is, which I just didn't know. Like, I just heard the song. I was just like, it's a popular country dude. But this is the same guy who covered Fast Car. And is like, a real fan of Tracy Chapman. So, maybe he's cool. I don't know. I would like to know more about Luke Combs. I'm going to find out. I enjoy this song a lot. So I'm going to play it for you here in a moment. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you like this podcast, please tell someone about it. Like, review, subscribe. If you'd like to support it with your dollars or any other currency, I am at patreon.com/Emily R. Davis. That is still the best place to support me, but there's also Ko-fi, there's PayPal. You can join my Substack as a paid subscriber if you would like. And if you have a place that you like to support artists that I'm not yet on, please let me know and I will join it for you. that, I believe, is all of the business. I thank you for being here in this moment, especially. And I shall give to you, Houston, We've Got a Problem. I have to tell you, too, there's so much about the song that I love. I love the red dirt on the boots because red dirt is also common in Virginia, where I'm from. And there's a part about a Don't Mess with Texas t-shirt, which I would like to have a Don't Mess with Texas t-shirt, actually. I mean, I don't wear t-shirts like out in my life, but I would sleep in a Don't Mess with Texas t-shirt for sure. And I would enjoy the heck out of it. But anyway, those are just two little moments in the song that I enjoy very much. And I hope that you enjoy it as well. The song is called Houston, We've Got a Problem. This is my kind of town. This is my kind of place. I wouldn't mind hanging around for more than just a couple days. I got a 12th floor room with a killer view of the empty Astrodome. A tab at the bar downstairs, but all I can think about is home. I got my new boots covered in red dirt, a Don't Mess with Texas t-shirt, and a Lone Star postcard postmarked from missing you. It's got the biggest sky you've ever seen, the coldest beer you'd ever drink, but I still feel like I landed on the moon, 'cause it ain't got you. Houston, we got a problem. You should have seen the midnight rodeo, the way them saloon doors swing when they line dance to Copperhead Road. Something about the air down here that'll make you feel the way all them cowboys do. Oh, I wish I was an outlaw, but all I can think about is you. I got my new boots covered in red dirt, a Don't Mess with Texas t-shirt, and a Lone Star postcard postmarked from missing you. It's got the biggest sky you've ever seen, the coldest beer you'd ever drink, but I still feel like I landed on the moon, 'cause it ain't got you. Houston, we got a problem. It's got the biggest sky you've ever seen, the coldest beer you'd ever drink, but I still feel like I landed on the moon, 'cause it ain't got you. Houston, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. We got a problem.